Welcome to The Explainer. We're diving into something that's on every developer's mind right now. Is AI here to take our jobs, or is it actually here to make them way, way more interesting? Let's get into it.
Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. Here's the big question from our source material. With AI in the picture, is full-stack development, done for? Or is it just changing?
All right, to really answer that, we've got to bust a pretty common myth first. There's what people think AI can do, and then there's the reality of what it takes to build a real, complex, company-level app. They're two very different things. So a lot of people think of AI as this, a magic wand, right? You just give it a prompt and poof, a whole application just pops into existence. But come on, if you've ever worked on a serious project, you know it's a giant tangled web of code, logic, and infrastructure. It's so much more than just a one-liner.
Okay, so if AI is writing the code, what's left for us, for the developer? Well, as it turns out, pretty much all the important stuff.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because it completely reframes the whole relationship. Look at this. AI becomes the tool, the one churning out the raw code from a prompt. But the developer? Wow, you're the one managing the entire code base. You're the architect, the strategist, the one who takes a design and makes it real, builds the backend, connects the database, and actually gets the whole thing deployed. The human is basically the director of the whole show.
So the big takeaway here isn't to run from AI. It's to learn how to command it. The solution is to build up a skill set that lets you use AI like the powerhouse tool it is. Because, let's be real, the fundamental rules of what makes good software, they haven't changed one bit.
And these steps really lay it all out, don't they? It's a journey. You start by mastering what the user sees, the front end. Then you build the engine, the back end. You have to manage the fuel, the database. And finally, you get it on the road, deployment. Sure, AI can help you out at every single step, but you're the one with the map. You're the one with the vision that connects all these pieces together.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What specific tech should a modern developer actually be focusing on to make sure they're not just surviving, but thriving with AI? First up, the front end. Look, the basics. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, they're still the foundation. You absolutely have to know them. But to build the slick, professional websites people expect now, you've got to level up. We're talking about frameworks like Bootstrap and Tailwind to make things look great, and then the real power duo, React and Next.js. That's how you build those super fast, dynamic experiences that users love.
Okay, flipping over to the back end, the source really hones in on the MERN stack. And for good reason. It's this awesome, all JavaScript world. You've got MongoDB for your database, Express.js for your server framework, and it all runs on Node.js. Since you're already using React on the front, the whole thing just clicks. It makes building those powerful APIs that drive modern applications so much smoother.
But here's the kicker, and this is maybe the most important point of all. Just learning this stuff from a book, it's not going to cut it. The real goal is to get your hands dirty. You need to apply these skills, build something real and complex. Try cloning a major website. That's how you go from just knowing the theory to actually having real, valuable experience.
But look, knowing a specific tech stack like MERN is great, but it's not the whole story. To really future-proof your career, you need to think bigger. We're talking about force multiplier skills. These are the things that take you from just being a coder to being a genuine, top-tier problem solver.
And this is where we really go beyond just building websites. We're talking about things like Python, getting a solid handle on data structures and algorithms, even competitive programming. Now, this stuff isn't about your day-to-day web dev tasks. It's about making your brain sharper, your logic tighter. And check this out. Generative AI shows up again, but not to write your code. No, this time you're using it as a creative tool, like building a recommendation engine. See the difference? It's about being the master, not just the user.
So, if we boil this whole thing down, what's the big idea? It's this. The future isn't man versus machine. It's man with machine. It's not about getting replaced. It's about becoming a stronger, more capable developer by using AI to supercharge your skills. It's about being able to build bigger, better, and more amazing things than you ever could before.
And that leaves us with one last big question to chew on. As AI gets better and better at just writing the code, does the developer's job become less about typing and more about thinking? Are we shifting away from being coders and becoming true architects, the ones who hold the blueprint, the grand vision? It's something to think about, for sure.